Welcome back. We do have a couple of tweets here, and I want us to weigh in on this because we're just talking before we came on about what happened in the shopping mall where I saw a little child being unruly, and I had to reprimand him, and his father came in to take it up from there. There used to be that time in society where you see something going wrong. They say the child is not the child of the parents, the child of the community. Yeah. So everybody that sees a child misbehaving knows that I need to discipline this or need to stop this. But then that kind of a thing is going on. People just bring out their phones and they're recording it for social media or to show to their friends or something. But this tweet, Umar says, we have over the years emphasized on the girl child in neglect of the boy child. Sadly, girls are now cultured and the boys are becoming wayward.
I think it depends on...
I think it depends.
Depends on where you come from.
Because much as we're saying... can I answer that?
Yes, sir.
Much as we're saying that it's the girl child is being concentrated and she's becoming cultured, our experience that day was not so. There were 2 school sets, and some of the girls in the group were the ones pointing out the ones that should be chased.
Yep.
So it was like a gang problem. There were 2 gangs. It was a girl will point at them and that they will now follow that particular one. So there was already an issue, but the girls contributed to it. Sure. So the decadence is both ways. It is both ways. And it starts from home.
Let me add to that. In counseling, I was speaking to a 62-year-old woman who was reliving her past. And she had to make a confession that they will look for girls who are virgins, for young men to rape while they were in school, just to collaborate what you said. So the issue is not that a boy or a girl is being neglected. The issue is that these values have not been properly inculcated into all of us.
Boy, girl.
Yeah. Yeah. But I also blame parents.
Yes.
Parents have a chunk of the blame. Okay, my mother had all boys, but we were told to cook and to do basic things that women ought to do. And the issue of community training us have been lost, and I think it became a national issue in 1988 when the then Minister of Education had an issue with the principal of Queen's College, Yaba. That was when the issue of Bami Nomo, Mikodenyo Nomo became a national problem. So it's like, don't train my child for me. I will do that on my own. And no teacher wants to lose his or her job. So it's like they will leave that responsibility to the primary front, that is the home. So we just need to come back and say collective responsibility in training a child is holistic, from the home to the religious bodies to the environment to the society. If your child does what is wrong and he or she is reprimanded, don't defend that child. Take your child home and further scold that child and put that child in the proper way.
Mr. Akinlami, let me just tie this so Mr. Akinlami can answer. Yusuf says it all starts with these musical videos. Our morals are lost.
Yes, you see, APEN is Association of Private Educators of Nigeria. I have done a couple of work with them, and I have written to them to complain about the kind of music that schools play for children, even at children's party, both at home and in schools. The other day I was at a graduation party of an eyebrow school in Lagos. And what were they playing for children? Shaking my back for those children were miming the song to their parents. And their parents were bringing out their phones and their iPad to take the picture of their children shaking their back to the parents and the fellow students. And they didn't complain. Now, culture is a function of prevailing values. Prevailing value is a function of communication, prevailing information. When we live in an over-sexualized environment, I was with a group of young people, 1,000 of them. I spent 2 days with them. And I asked them, what is sex? When I was growing up, if you ask me about sex, my mind would go to gender.
Sure.
But over 1,000 teenagers, none of them mentioned sex is gender. What were they talking about? They will giggle, sex is when a boy and a girl. That's what they saw. That's what they think about. And so it is true that what our children are exposed to also form who they become. But you see, when you go to the website of NBC, the Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation, when you go to the website of Census Board, you will see all of these regulations clearly stated on the website. But the question is, who is going to enforce those regulations? Now, the truth of the matter is that the crisis is not with the social media. Social media, people are making money on social media. People are advancing on social media. Social media is helping what we are doing here. The problem is the user of social media. What kind of values do they have? And let me quickly tell you a story. I think in 2010, Leap Africa gave a teacher an award in Oshodi Grammar School. And I was interested. I wanted to know why she got the award. So I invited the teacher. I organized the training and I invited the teacher, to attend free. And I asked her, "Madam, what did you do? Why?" He said she was a new teacher in Oshodi Grammar School. And at about 9 o'clock, she was teaching her class and she saw a guy who scaled the fence into the school, sagging, and she saw another teacher who gave the child high five. And she said she saw the entire community was unwilling. What did she do? She went to meet the principal to say, "Principal, I have people within my network that can be coming to talk to these children maybe every month or every fortnight. I have motivational speakers, I have psychologists, I have encouragers." So the principal approved the proposal. So throughout that year, every Monday or every other Monday, people that come from another part of society, people who have made success of their careers, they come to talk to these children because these children don't see beyond their environment. They don't see beyond the violence around that place. They think that life starts and ends there. This woman, in 1 year, that school turned around. The children started coming early. That's why Leap Africa gave her an award. We need educationists who are interested in the children, not just education or the school. We need people that are interested, knowing that change is an ever-present possibility for any human being ready to take responsibility. And for us to know that there is never a hopeless situation, there are only hopeless people. I think to take this conversation further, we must hold. The school cannot just be waiting for every end of the year to invite Mopo and all of that. Now, you have accepted lawlessness as a fait accompli. I think that is completely unacceptable.
Okay, now we have this comment from Olatunde Atoyebe, who says, I witnessed a similar thing at a secondary school off Eric Moore in Surulere. I was beside 2 secondary school boys and one said to the other, "Let's scare the hell out of those bitches." Note the word bitches was referring to their female counterparts. This is a reflection of our